Hi, dear students. Good morning to all. This is Bhosep Sononi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawar, District Palghar. Dear friends, in the last part of the video, we have studied about the RS nomenclature, which is known as the absolute configuration. So we discussed about particularly how to determine the absolute configuration of the particular molecule containing asymmetric carbon atom or the stereogenic center. Now, how this absolute configuration explain the 3D structure, three-dimensional structure of the molecule that we discussed in the previous part. Dear friends, we also discussed about the configuration of the compound containing unsaturation carbon-carbon double bond or the cyclic structure known as E and Z nomenclature. And after that, if you remember about the last lecture, we also discussed something about somewhat about the conformation isomerism with the example of ethane molecule. Dear friends, today in this part of the video, we are going to talk about the conformation isomerism of various molecules, because if you remember about the last lecture, then we defined the conformation isomerism is simply the different arrangement of atoms or group of atoms in the molecule in space obtained by the rotation about carbon-carbon single bond. Then these different arrangement of atoms or group of atoms of the molecule is known as conformations or the conformational isomers, and the phenomenon is called as the conformers or the conformational isomerism. For example, dear friends, if we'll talk about the ethane molecule, you know very well ethane molecule is containing the two carbon which are attached to the three hydrogens respectively, and these can be shown in the Newman projection either in the staggered conformation where the relative angle will be 60 degree, or the eclipse conformation where the relative angle is 0 degree. These two are known as the conformational isomers of ethane molecule. Dear friends, in this part of the video, we will talk about the conformation isomerism in ethane, propane, and the butane molecule. First, we will talk about the conformation isomerism in ethane molecule. Already we discussed this part in the last part of the video. We are just going to revise this. So, in the ethane molecule, there are two methyl groups, and definitely here which are attached to one another by the single bond. And if one of the carbon is allowed to rotate of the carbon-carbon single bond while by keeping the other carbon as a constant, then the following different conformations can be written. So this is the ethane molecule. This can be represented in the Fischer projection, and later this Fischer projection whenever converted into source projection either in the eclipse or in the staggered conformation. But if we will convert this structure into this is the front carbon, carbon number 1, this is the back carbon, carbon number 2. So definitely the orientation of hydrogens attached to the front carbon means the carbon number 1, and the carbon number 2 can be represented in this way. And now suppose this is the first structure that we are getting in the Newman projection for the ethane molecule, and if we are going to rotate the back carbon by keeping the front carbon as constant, then by the rotation of 60 degree we are getting a different arrangement. So this is the second conformation. Again, by the rotation of more 60 degree we are getting the third arrangement known as the third conformation of the same molecule, and by the rotation of more 60 degrees, so total angle of rotation will be 180. So in this way we are getting this structure. Again, by the rotation of more 60 degree we are getting the fifth, sixth, and the seventh. So in this way we got the different conformation, we got the different structural arrangements of the same molecule by the rotation of 60 degree each time by the total rotation of 360 degree. And if we will analyze these all structures, these all conformations of ethane molecule, then you will come to know that here definitely here the relative angle is 60 degrees, so this is staggered conformation. Structure number 2, relative angle is between the substituent on adjacent carbon atom is 0 degrees, so this is again eclipse, this is staggered, this is eclipse, staggered, eclipse, and the staggered. So in this way we are getting the first set of the conformation which are containing the structure number 1, 3, 5, and 7 is known as the staggered conformation where the relative angle is 60 degree, and in this conformation the bond angle between the substituent and adjacent carbon is 60 degree. Hence the substituent do not interact with one another, and hence it is the most stable conformation of ethane molecule having energy of 0 kilocalorie per mole. But in the eclipse conformation, dear friends, if we see the structure number 2, 4 and 6, 2, 4 and 6 here, this is the structure number 2, structure number 4 and the structure number 6, structure number 6. In all these structures, if you look at the structure, then these two hydrogens which are present on the adjacent carbon having the relative angle 0 degrees, so these are very close to each other, and that's why they interact with one another and create the energy of 1 kilocalorie per mole. So one pair create the energy of 1 kilocalorie per mole. So in this way there are three pairs, one this is, second this one, and the third one is this one. So in this way, where there are three pairs of hydrogen eclipse interaction in the eclipse conformation, and that's why the total energy of this conformation will be 3 kilocalorie per mole. So here this is the second set of the conformation of the ethane molecule containing structure number 2, 4 and the 6. So in this conformation, the relative angle between bond angle between the substituent and adjacent carbon atom is 0 degree, and hence the substituent shows interaction between them and shows the higher energy equal to 3 kilocalorie per mole due to the three pairs of hydrogen eclipse interaction, and hence we can conclude that the staggered conformation is more stable than the eclipse conformation of ethane by the energy of 3 kilocalorie per mole. So this is the energy difference between the staggered and the eclipse conformation of ethane molecule, and that's why whenever we will plot or we will show the variation of potential energy of ethane molecule with the different angle of rotation. So in this case, structure number 1 having 0 because it is staggered conformation, but in the eclipse, by the rotation of more 60 degree, it will be converted into eclipse conformation and gives the structure number 2, and there is 3 pair of hydrogen eclipse interaction. The total energy will be 3 kilocalorie per mole. So again, that is staggered, eclipse, and the staggered. So in this way, we can conclude that is staggered conformation of ethane molecule is more stable than the eclipse conformation of ethane by the energy of 3 kilocalorie per mole. So this is the energy profile diagram for the variation of this different angle of rotation, and that is the simple case for the ethane molecule. Now, dear friends, if we will talk about the conformation of isomerism in propane molecule, then you will come to know about the Fischer projection. Now, this Fischer projection, the difference between the ethane molecule and the propane molecule is that if one of the hydrogen of ethane molecule is replaced by the CH3 group on either carbon, then it gives the propane molecule. So here simply in the Fischer projection, we have replaced one hydrogen of ethane molecule by the CH3 group. That's why we got this propane molecule. So this is the source projection in the eclipse as in the staggered as well as in the eclipse conformation, and the staggered conformation of source can be converted into Newman projection. So this carbon number 1 is the front carbon, carbon number 2 is the back carbon, and the orientation of groups on the respective carbon shown in the Newman projection like this. So by the rotation of 60 degree, this staggered conformation will be converted to eclipse, again staggered, again eclipse, staggered, and that is eclipse, and the last one will be staggered. Difference only is that here one of the hydrogen of ethane molecule is replaced by the CH3 group, and in propane molecule, if one of the carbon is rotated rotated around C1 C2 bond by keeping the other carbon stationary or the constant, it gives the different conformation, and the first set of the conformation is given by the structure number 1, 3, 5 and the 7, known as staggered conformation. And in the staggered conformation, the relative angle between the substituent and adjacent carbon atom is 60 degree. Hence the substituent do not show interaction between hydrogen as well as hydrogen and CH3 also, and therefore it is the most stable conformation of N propane molecule having the energy same just like the ethane molecule, 0 kilocalorie per mole. But in the another set of the conformation of propane molecule is indicated by the set structure number 2, 4 and 6. In this conformation, it is called as eclipse conformation, but in this conformation, the relative angle between the substituent hydrogen and the CH3 on adjacent carbon atom is 0 degree, and hence the hydrogen as well as hydrogen and CH3 shows the higher energy 3.6. Dear friends, because of the hydrogen, because if we look at this now in the eclipse conformation, then there is one pair of hydrogen eclipse interaction, energy 1 kilocalorie, plus another one more pair hydrogen hydrogen. So these two, the energy because of these two hydrogen hydrogen English interaction will be 2 kilocalorie per mole. But the third pair of English interaction is hydrogen CH3. So due to this hydrogen CH3, the energy will be that is to 1.6 or 1.3 to 1.6. That's why the total energy of this English conformation of ethane molecule is 3.6 kilocalorie per mole due to the one pair of hydrogen CH3 and two pairs of hydrogen hydrogen eclipse interaction. Therefore, it is less stable conformation of N-propane molecule, and we can say that we can conclude that the staggered conformation of N-propane molecule is more stable than the eclipse conformation by the energy of 3.3. In some books you will find 3.3 or by the energy of 3.6 kilocalorie per mole, and this is the energy variation of potential. This is the variation of potential energy against the angle of rotation in propane molecule. So here this is staggered, it is eclipse, staggered, eclipse, staggered, eclipse, staggered, but the eclipse conformation is having the energy of 3.6 kilocalorie per mole, while the staggered conformation is having the energy of 0 kilocalorie per mole. Now dear friends, if we look at the conformation isomerism of another molecule, N-butane molecule, in which this N-butane molecule can be obtained by the replacing a hydrogen of other carbon or the carbon number 2 of N-propane molecule by means of a CH3 group, then it gives the butane molecule. Or you have to replace the two hydrogen on both the carbons or one hydrogen on both the carbons of ethyl molecule by CH3 group, then it also gives the butane molecule. Now this is the conformational. Now this is simply N-butane molecule has the 4 carbon, and when the carbon-carbon bond is rotated about the C2C3 means middle bond, then it gives the 6 different conformations. And definitely the first conformation of this N-butane molecule is represented here in the staggered conformation. But this first conformation in which the relative angle between this CH3 and hydrogen is 60 degree is called as anti-periplanar conformation. And if it is rotated by means of 60 degree, then this involving the eclipse conformation, that is hydrogen CH3, and another one is the hydrogen called as the anticlinal. And if it is rotated by means of more 60 degrees, so total angle of rotation will be 160, it gives synclinal conformation. And by the rotation of more 60 degree, we are getting the syn periplanar. You have to see the arrangement of the orientation of groups, whether which two groups are close to each other. And in this, it is called as synclinal, then it is called as eclipse, and the last one is called as anti-periplanar conformation. So here the conformation in which carbon CH3 bonds are in the same plane are called as periplanar. If the carbon and CH3 bonds in the same plane, it is called as periplanar, and if these are not in the same plane, these are in the different plane, then it is called as it is known as the clinal. This is the important thing, why it is called as the periplanar, why it is called as the synperiplanar and synclinar. I hope you can understood about this. And if methyl groups are close to each other, then the prefix syn is used, or the syn is added. Dear friends, you can see here, this is syn. It means that these two CH groups are close to each other. That's why syn. Okay. And periplanar means these two methyl groups are in the same plane. That's why the periplanar word is added. So it is, that's why it is called a synperiplanar, simple way. And another one, that is if they are in the away from each other, then the prefix anti is added. For example, I will show you here. That is this anti. This is anti. Anti indicates this CH3 and this CH3 are away from each other. This CH3 and this CH3 is away from each other. That's why the anti is added. So this is the way by which we will be able to compare. We will be able to explain the terms which are given to this. So first set of the anti-periplanar for conformation of N-butane molecule is called as anti-periplanar, indicated by the structure number 1 and the 7. In this conformation, the two methyl groups are far away from each other, and hydrogen are also away from the CH3 groups, and definitely because or due to this, they will not interact with one another, since they do not show any type of interaction and has the minimum energy and the maximum stability. So this anti-periplanar conformation of N-butane molecule is the most stable conformation, while the another set of the conformation indicated by the structure number 3 and 5 is called as synclinal conformation. In the synclinal conformation, The two methyl groups are close to each other than the van der Waals radii, and hence they show interaction. They show slight interaction between them and having a higher energy equal to 0.9 kilocalories. So this synclinal conformation is less stable than the anti-periplanar conformation by the energy of 0.9 kilocalorie per mole. The third type of this conformation of the n-butane molecule is called a syn-periplanar, which is also called as fully staggered conformation, indicated by the structure number 4. In this conformation, the two methyl groups are on adjacent carbon atoms are eclipsed to each other, and that is the relative angle is 0 degree. Hence, they show very strong interaction between them, and due to this strong interaction, because of their large size, this conformation is having highest energy equal to 4.5 kilocalorie per mole, and this syn-periplanar or fully staggered. There is something. This syn-periplanar conformation is least stable. It is more energetic. Another one is the anticlinal conformation, which is also called like the eclipse conformation. It should not be fully staggered. It should be a fully eclipse conformation. Sorry for this. So in the anticlinal conformation, hydrogen and CH3 groups on adjacent carbon atoms are eclipsed to each other, and this shows the interaction between them, and the energy of this conformation is 3.4 kilocalorie, because it is involving two hydrogen and one hydrogen CH interaction. That's why the total energy is found to be 3.4 kilocalorie per mole. So dear friends, in this way we will be able to define. This is the first is called as anti-periplanar, having the least energy. Then 3.4 means it is simply anticlinal conformation. Again, it is then it will be, that is the second one is indicated by means of an synclinal conformation. This is the synclinal. This is a fully eclipsed, which is also called as syn-periplanar conformation, having the energy of 4.5. Again we are getting synclinal 0.9 kilocalorie. Again we are getting syn-periplanar, anticlinal, having the energy of 3.4 kilocalorie, and the last one we are getting anti-periplanar conformation. So this is the energy variation of potential energy of conformational isomerism of n-butane molecule, which is obtained by the rotation around C2 C3 bond in the n-butane molecule. So dear friends, in this way we have discussed about the conformational isomerism of ethane molecule, propane molecule, and the n-methyl molecule, and definitely we can conclude so many things that in the propane and ethane molecule, the staggered conformation is more stable than the eclipse conformation by the energy of, definitely in case of an n-butane molecule, by the energy of 3.6 kilocalorie per mole, and in the case of ethane it is 3 kilocalorie per mole. But in the butane molecule, which conformation is most stable? That is anti-periplanar conformation is most stable, while that is syn-periplanar conformation is least stable. These are the things that you have to keep in mind according to the way of examination. So these are the important things in the conformational isomerism of ethane, propane, and butane molecule. So dear friends, in this way we have completed all the topics given in this part, and at the same time we will resume in the next part in the next term. Thank you very much.